I was meant to record this on Wednesday, but it's been so manic this past week. I'm so sorry, Bookish Brits. But I don't know what happened in the week. It's just, okay, first of all, I've got to do one small thing. Grief. That's been bugging me for a good last few days because I put it in the shelf really quickly and I've not had time to correct it. Anyway, Bookish Brits, I'm here, and as you can probably tell from behind me, you can see what I'm going to talk about, which is the news of the Book of Dust. As you guys know, I am currently rereading these, and I am a huge his Dark Materials trilogy fan. I've literally finished this one. That's the one I've got to do next, and then I'm going to reread that one. So it's all three I've got to reread. And I just thought, oh, it'll be fun to reread. Then on Wednesday, I don't know how the news was announced, but it was definitely online on like the BBC News and Bookseller and all the news outlets by like 7 o'clock in the morning. So 6:15. So I think it was released at 6 or earlier in the day. I think he had an interview with Philip Pullman interviewed. It was on the Today programme on Radio 4. So I think it must have. So it was kind of a casual drop. Like, yeah, I've written it now because he's been saying that he's writing the Book of Dust for 17 years since that book has been published. The Emperor's Bible has been published for the past 17 years. We have been waiting for it, and it keeps getting bigger because he said it's only going to be one book. It's a companion novel. It's just one book. Then a few years ago, it was like, oh no, it's going to be 2 books now. It's going to be before and after. Now we find out there are 3 volumes, and it's just and so that kind of announced, and we find out it's from the David Fielding books, which is an imprint of Random House. So people have published a hardback book of that one with Scholastic. So Scholastic has done the original trilogy. The companion trilogy is going to be with them. I think it's always been the same editor, but they've just moved up. And that's it. That's all we need. Like within all throughout Wednesday, I know the world has been quite a dark place, but it was so nice and refreshing to actually go on my Twitter and see the book people I follow on BookTube go on books just go incredibly nuts over this book because it's just going, oh my goodness, this book's coming out at last, and people actually announcing going, actually I haven't read this, including Lucy. Lucy, I'm very surprised of. She said she didn't read. She didn't read it. I'm very disappointed in her. I think it, and then because of the news came out, it came out so instantly. I think within a few hours, it was #1 in the pre-order charts on Amazon and on Waterstones. Amazon, I think, was in the UK and in the United States. Everywhere was kind of like going a bit nuts with this book, and we don't know how we're going to get it because it's a trilogy. It's a companion series. We don't know if we're going to get a book a year. Sorry. So 1 book this year, 1 book next year, 1 book the year after. So 17, 18, and 19. We don't know if we're going to get a course of. We don't know. We could be J.K. Rowling. It could be George R.R. Martin. Here's book 1. 20 years later, we get book 2. And we don't really know much information about it. We know it's set in Lara's world. We know it's in Oxford. We know the first book is set when Lara's about 6 months old. So how she got to Oxford, how she got to Jordan College. And I think volumes 2 and volume 3 are going to be when Lara is 20. So it there's a huge time gap jump between here and volume 2 of Book of Dust. So that's a big thing, and we're told this is not a prequel, it's not a sequel, it is a companion, and it is an equal. So, from the sounds of it, you do not need to read his Dark Materials to read the Book of Dust companion trilogy series, which is very, very interesting if that is how I read the article right. And people are literally losing it. I'm so happy. I'm oddly really happy. I think the world is so dark at the minute, so scary. Every time I wake up in the morning and check my Twitter, I am terrified of what I'm going to read. And it's quite refreshing not to have that. It's quite happy that these little things keep cropping up. So we have this. I think 24 hours later, at an event, Neil Gaiman was doing his talk, and he said, "Oh, I'm only 3 chapters in, but I'm writing a sequel to Neverwhere," and nearly everyone in my timeline went nuts because apparently they're a huge Neil Gaiman fan. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think I read Neverwhere, but I don't know what. But that's my big. So, of course, all throughout Wednesday, please can I have it? Please can I have a I was literally texting my other half because I don't know what was happening. I said, please can I pre-order this? And Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that this is happening. 17 years. I, I'm stressing this again. 17 years. I've done my waiting. 17 years. In Azkaban. I'm just scared the cat. Sorry. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've been promised this for a very long time. And I'm so very, very happy. That might not happen when I've read the book. I bet when I read the book, I'm going to get a video up, and all it'll be me just ranting and raving, going, "This is not what I expected. This is not what I was promised." But yeah, I'm really, really excited. What are you guys' reactions? Are you excited to read The Book of Dust? Have you read his trilogy? Have you read any of Philip Pullman's other books? I haven't. I've only read Clockwork and Count. I forgot what the count's called. Count something. It begins with a K. And I need to read Ruby in the Smoke. I haven't read that. And I know there's a collection of non-fiction essays coming out later in the year that he's published. But in the same publisher, I think it's in the same month. So what do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you not? Are you intrigued to see how this is going to work? Because this was a long... Do you think the book is going to... Do you also think the Book of Dust is going to live up to the expectation? Because, like I've said, we've been waiting 17 years for this. And, yeah, I'd love your opinions on that. I'm going to go, because I've got to start listening to podcasts, now, which normally I'm totally okay with, but it's called My Dad Wrote a Porno. I don't know if any of you guys know this. And I'm a bit excited and scared to read it, because I'm going through a bit of a stale bit with podcasts. I've got like 5 Welcome to Night I've not listened to. I'm listening to an audiobook, which I'm halfway through, and I'm liking it, but I'm not in any real rush to finish it. I can see why people say it's good and it's not at the same time. And I'm a bit scared of this because I've already heard rumors of people surrounding me and going, there are words in this you will never look at the same way again, like the word pomegranate. What happens to a pomegranate? What happened? And I've heard the word lids. Lids are used quite a lot. And it's like, what do you mean lids? Lids in Tupperware? Saucepan lids? What do you mean lids? That doesn't help me. And they also said that I will hear words I won't like clitoris. Why would you use these words? You're trying to sell me the podcast. Make me listen to it. Don't tell me things I won't like. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm very tempted to actually record my reactions while listening to this. Oh, that could be something. That means I've got to edit. I might do the first 10 minutes. I'll have a think and I'll come back to you on that one. Anyway, what are your opinions on Philip Pullman and his The Book of Dust? Have you listened to? Are you excited? Are you not? If you've listened to My Dad Wrote a Porno, comments down below. Am I going to like it? Am I not? I really want to know what your guys' opinions are. Anyway, we're nearly out of February. I'll chat to you in a few weeks' time, in a few days' time, because I'm a week behind. So, bye.